Let's talk about staff problems. And what I mean is that your staff actually have personal problems that they're dealing with at home. What are you supposed to do with that? Welcome to the channel Leadership with Mike. On this channel, I help new managers become better leaders, and I do that with no nonsense sense, if that makes any sense. So you're a boss, you're a manager, you're a supervisor, whatever, and you have an employee who's they're just going through some shit. Whether that be problem with kids, whether that be a divorce, whether that be a death in the family, it doesn't matter what it actually is. What matters is that they're going through something and you need to figure out what it is you're going to do about it. My first suggestion is that you make yourself available. Now, you know that I hate when the new manager comes in and says, my door is always open. That is not making yourself available. Making yourself available is going to the person, saying, listen, if you need anything. And it has to be genuine. You can't watch this video and go to the person, be like a robot and say, if you need anything, please come and talk to me. That doesn't work. How you are is how you need to be. So in the most genuine way of being you, you need to ask the person or let the person know that if they need anything, that you're available, that you will do whatever it is that you can within your powers that be. I'm thinking Thor. But just acknowledging that the person is going through something and that you are there. That's the point I'm trying to make. Now I'm going to follow that up by saying, don't pry. Don't get your nose all up in your business. Don't say, oh, he cheated on you? Oh, well, with who? Oh, I knew there was something wrong with that guy. Or I knew there was something wrong with that girl. Or this is not your business, and it's not for you to dig to get information that they don't want you to have. This is a personal situation. I don't know if you picked up on the personal part. So don't pry. Making yourself available is not digging for the dirt. This point is what I think is the most important part. You need to listen. You need to listen, and you need to listen. Offering suggestions, and many of us, myself, I'm horrible at this. I'll give you suggestions. I'll help you because I hate problems. So I'm thinking, okay, if this happened, do this, try that. That is not what people need. In a moment of crisis, in a moment of a personal issue, they need a sounding board. They may need somebody just to be there with an empathetic ear who is just going to listen. And then they get to say what they're thinking. And they get to hear it out loud being said. And if it makes sense or if they can make sense of something, that is the best thing that you can do. Again, offering suggestions is, it can be helpful. But it needs to be a distant second to listening. Next, I want you to think about what can you offer as a shift lead, as a supervisor, manager, executive, whatever it might be. What can you do? Can you give the person a 1-week leave? Can you restructure how the shifts are so that they're home in the evenings or home in the day, or what do you offer? You may not be able to change the system. You may not be able to change the rotation. Think about what it is that you can do. How can you help? And then make that an offering. Again, we're not here to pussyfoot around people and, walk in, I'm not feeling good or I'm in a bad mood. No, we're talking about real life situations that don't happen every day, that don't happen every week or every month. Things that we want to help people work with. So what exactly can you offer, and offer it? Next, make sure that you check in regularly. Right? Regularly? On the regular. Things happen in people's lives and their friends and their family and everybody's there. But then what happens is it's like, I don't know, he seems okay. I'm sure everything's good. And then we get on with our merry lives and forget about the problems that are going on. So just as a decent human being, as their boss, but as a decent person, just check in. Make sure that they're kind of on the upswing, or see if there's anything that you can do. Maybe they need to talk. Again, we're not prying, but we're just checking in. Just, you good? And genuinely being there. The next thing is consider the workload. What are they doing? What should they be doing? What is important that has a deadline coming up? Is that something you need to give to somebody else? Are they working on a major project that it's all about the details, and if their head's not in the game, do we need to worry about that? Again, this isn't to micromanage somebody, and this isn't to dictate what they can or cannot do. It's to be considered. I need you to think about it with the foresight of having an idea of what's on their plate, what they should have or what they want. This is going to be in conversations. Do they feel overworked, or do they need more work to help them get their mind off of things? Just check in on the workload. Now, and bring attention to my course about delegation. Now, how does this fit in? When you're talking about somebody else's workload and you need to take some stuff off, what do you do with it? Are you going to do it? I mean, you can do some. Better than that is you know how, when, why to delegate to other people. So when you have somebody in crisis, take a little bit of the workload and delegate it to other people. And if that's an issue, check the link in the description for my course that literally walks you through step by step. It's very easy once you know how easy it is. Back to the video. Remember that all of your employees, they're all watching how you're dealing with this person. Now, why is that a problem? Yes and no. It's not a problem when you are genuine and you're doing something because you see somebody in pain, you see somebody struggling. It becomes a problem if this person is your favorite person or your real good buddy and you're taking extra care of them. So when the other staff have issues that to them can be equally or more important, they want to know that you're fair. They want to know that you are, asking them how they're doing, checking in on them, seeing if they're overworked at the moment during this crisis. Again, everybody watches you because you're the boss. And when you've proven yourself to be trustworthy, be loyal, be respectful, you have less eyes. But when these types of situations come up, everybody's going to be watching to see how do they deal with so-and-so and how are they going to deal with me. I know everybody wants to think about themselves, but come on, you do too. Now, keep these things in mind. One, you're not a therapist, so don't try to be. Don't even think about being that person's crutch. You work together, you probably, hopefully care that they are okay. And you want to set that positive tone of being in it together, even though it's not your mess. You want to set that tone of, I got you. But at the same time, you don't want to lean and be somebody's therapist and be on the phone with them in the middle of the night while they're crying or trying to figure something out. Know your role. There are professionals that need to step in where professionals need to be. And unless you're in like a doctor's office, it probably ain't you. Next, don't make promises that you can't keep. Like I said before in the video, find out what you can offer. When you can do something, do it. But don't promise the world when you're not able to deliver it. And remember, I think that if you come and do this in a genuine manner, it's going to be very easy for you to replicate to the next person or to your boss, or you know what I mean? Like when you're genuinely concerned for people, that means that you're good people. That means that you're not acting and trying to do the right thing. Your heart's in the right place, and your staff, your employees, your team, they're going to know that. And when they happen to have issue, they know that you're going to be acting the same way. And you know, because that's who you are, and that's how you do things. That's enough serious talk for today, so I'm going to get my coffee, and I need to see you in the next video.